Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about all of the entire crypto market, and more so specifically, we are going to be addressing a few things around why I believe we could have already seen our bottom around crypto, or we are very, very close to seeing it ushered in. So, one, the media. If you guys watched my videos in the past, I always center on the idea of what the media is telling you to do with your crypto, what they are talking about around crypto. One of the biggest ones was March of 2020, right? March of 2020, we seen major news outlet media sites like CNBC telling you, hey, crypto's dead, crypto's done, crypto's never bouncing back. And we seen a lot of this actually. We seen a lot lower calls on Bitcoin. A lot of people were calling for 1K, 3K. A lot of people thought that it was going back down into the hundreds. Honestly, March of 2020 was terrifying for a lot of individuals in crypto. Everyone thought that it was the end of crypto. They didn't know what was going to happen next. And then all of a sudden, boom, the summertime of 2020, we've seen DeFi going crazy. And then we ushered into 2021, where most altcoins were going insane and Bitcoin was hitting new all-time highs. And guess what? That's when the media started to tell you, you need to buy crypto right now. Crypto's the best thing since sliced bread, and Bitcoin's going to go to 250K, 500K, $1 million. Like, it's just comical how the media companies switch up once something happens. And we're actually seeing here from Jim Cramer. Just in, Jim Cramer urges investors to sell their crypto. It's comical, right? So this got posted by Watcher Guru, and we do see CNBC and Mad Money host Jim Cramer advised investors that they still have time to sell their crypto holdings. Cramer urged investors to sell their cryptos before it is too late, as he believes the markets could plunge in 2023. He added that it's never too late to sell cryptos and jump ship when the prices are still considered high. You can't just beat yourself up and say, hey, it's too late to sell. The truth is, it's never too late to sell an awful position. And that's what you have, that's what you have if you own these so-called digital assets. So he's calling the entire crypto market, garbage, basically, an awful position to be in. And it's funny because he will continue to talk about stocks, right? We talk about stocks on this channel as well. We've addressed the stock market, and it's comical because on the 5th, we just seen over $645 billion wiped out of the US stock market. Like, where was Jim Cramer to comment on all of these companies that were down significantly? I mean, some of the big tech companies down the most. You know, where was Jim Cramer then? Oh yeah, that's right. He was talking about crypto. He was talking about how bad crypto is, distracting the public from, how bad stocks actually are. Most stocks right now, year over year, are down astronomically. And, a good one is Carvana. I just looked at Carvana the other day and I was just shocked to see it. It was like, it was trading at like 300 some dollars, and all of a sudden, boom, it's at like $7. So, again, I always say, don't pay attention to what the media is feeding you. More so pay attention to what is happening around this market. Go back, zoom out, look at the bigger picture here, because the bigger picture around this entire space is, one, we will get through this. Bear markets are normal. In fact, around crypto, bear markets are extremely normal. What happens after is very exciting. And we even seen CNBC doing their typical exact pattern around Bitcoin. Hey, Bitcoin can plunge 70% to $5,000. Standard Chartered predicts impossible 2023 surprise. Again, how bearish could the media really get on crypto? Now, does this mean that crypto is about to go parabolic? No. We could still see a little bit more downside, but I don't believe that we will see $5,000 for Bitcoin. And I do believe that 2023 might actually be very good for crypto, depending on what actually happens. And I always look at the macroeconomics. Yes, macro does look pretty rough. But the question is like, okay, when are we going to see a meltdown of the financial system? What is going to happen next? We don't know, right? We can only see what the charts are telling us right now. And also, Bitcoin, as we are seeing all this negative press, 109,133 Bitcoin, 1.8 billion Bitcoin, $1.8 billion worth of Bitcoin, sorry, has been taken off exchanges in the last 30 days. That's right, last 30 days. But yeah, I mean, you won't see the media report on this. You won't see the media report on anything happening in crypto that is bullish. No, it's just been negative, 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 negative since the beginning of November. Which, by the way, guess what happened in the beginning of November? Oh yeah, that's right, FTX. And even in this article, they even talk about Tether too. Like they talk about the Tether collapse. We're seeing Tether being touted as like Tether, a so-called stablecoin that's supposed to be kind of sort of pegged to the dollar, still has a $65 billion market cap. There's still a whole industry of crypto boosters trying desperately to keep all of these things up in the air. Not too different from what happened with bad stocks during the dot-com collapse. Again, when we really kind of look at what's happening around crypto, there's so much negative press that makes me so bullish, and it's hard to be a bull in this market right now where everyone's thinking the macro, the macro, the macro. And don't get me wrong, yeah, the recent events, things that are happening in the economy right now look very rough. In fact, here we have from the Kobayashi letter. Recent events: Blackstone limits withdrawals from real estate fund. FTX bankruptcy marks a $30 billion plus collapse. M&A volumes now down 35% this year. U.S. manufacturing orders in China down 40%. Target reports $400 million in theft this year. And institutions are feeling the downturn. Yeah, everything. Everything is extremely bearish. In fact, this year has probably been more bearish than 2020, to be completely honest with you. And it's crazy because when we look at these markets, when we look at crypto, when we look at most of these assets that we talk about on a day-to-day basis, all I can see is dollar signs because we are extremely undervalued. Does that mean that we can't go lower? No, but I believe that we are extremely undervalued, and I believe that short term and even maybe long term, all right, we will see incredible gains off of these positions that we have been taking. And I feel confident in the fact that crypto will bounce back strong. What's the time frame on it? Who knows? It could be 2023. It could be 2024, 2025. My prediction is that 2023 is a surprise year where it catches a lot of people by storm, and we do see a wave 5 on Bitcoin. And this will usher in a large move in altcoins as well. Now, could I be wrong on that? 100%. It's a prediction. It's what I believe could happen. But anything is possible. And we even do see over here a few key events to watch for this week. So we do see retail earnings, including Costco, Lulu, and GME. U.S. ISM services PMI data on Monday, which Monday has already closed out. Jobless claims data on Thursday, PPI inflation data on Friday, U.S. consumer sentiment data on Friday as well, and then we are also 10 days away from the December Fed decision. And if you guys don't know about that, yes, the FOMC meeting. The FOMC meetings are the ones that we have been addressing for a while, and in fact, we've been watching them for a while as well. And by the way, you guys can go check out in like right now on the Federal Reserve's website what the FOMC meetings are going to look like for 2023 as well. They do share that January and February we will see the 31st and the 1st of the 31st of January, the 1st of February. There will be an FOMC meeting then. March will have the 21st to the 22nd, May 2nd to the 3rd, June 13th through the 14th, July 25th to the 26th, September 19th through the 20th, October, November 31st to the 1st, and December 12th to the 13th. And by the way, for those out there that were not looking into it, when is our FOMC meeting this month? The 13th and the 14th. And this is the meeting associated with a summary of economic projections. Remember what I said. This is the big one to actually watch for. Remember when we seen the November 1st and the 2nd? Yeah, that one was not that important. I even said, this is not that important, but we might see the markets kind of shake up a little bit. But this one that is happening this month is the big one to watch for. Now, what do I believe is going to happen? Well, we'll most likely see Bitcoin run up to a supply zone, maybe around like 19K or so. And I think that with this FOMC meeting, we will see not a collapse, but a retest of a significant support zone. So we could have, a run up to 19K, maybe even 20K. and then we'll see a retest of the support range. Or we might even make a new low, and we might come back down to like 14K. That would be, in my opinion, the major low that we make. That will be our final low. And then after, we will see, a market relief, and we'll kind of just trade sideways until we are ready to go. But as I said, even going back to September, even going back to October, even the summertime, I said that November and December are going to look like some rough months for crypto. So far, they have been. But one thing is for certain, and I even share the same sort of thought process that Kevin Cage is having over here. But you see, Bitcoin was 6 cents in 2010, over a 290,000x today. MSM calls it a scam to this day. Regardless of opinions, Bitcoin sure has a rich and crazy story that led to the creation of a new asset class. And now we are seeing altcoins building a new type of DLT-based software, Web3. And this is the most important thing to look at, right? Because to me, everything that I'm investing into today, anything that I'm buying today around crypto, is not for me to sell next week. It's not for me to sell next month. No, I don't care about the time frame, right? What I see around Web3, what I see around crypto is the future of finance, the future of a lot of major industries and sectors that will be fully disrupted by DLT. I also see the value proposition in holding assets long term. Now, is there assets that I don't feel confident holding long term? Sure, and I've taken those positions in the past. But the positions that I hold today, HBAR, XRP, XLM, QNT, and there's so many other ones, Algorand, Casper. I mean, you guys could probably look at a lot of those tokens and, come up with your own ideas on how long I'm willing to hold them for. I'm willing to hold them until my value proposition is reached. My targets are reached. And I've always shared my targets on those assets. I feel confident holding those assets long term because these are companies, these are networks, these are projects that are building every single day. And yes, I do believe that profit taking is crucial. We always take profit, but we will never sell the full stack until our values are targeted. The target points that I've always made on this channel is that we need to de-risk when we feel confident enough to de-risk, and then we let the rest ride for the long term. What do you see down here? The past few years have been an absolute roller coaster, and I think we are just getting started for some altcoins. Many will die, but those that survive will thrive. It's crazy that the masses still think DLT adoption is delusional, but it's happening every single day, 100%. Last 2 years alone in this market have been eye-opening. If you have been around since 2020, maybe even 2017, 2018, I started crypto early. I was in 2014. I was doing stupid stuff. I was just trading CSGO skins with crypto. But I seen crypto continue to thrive, continue to grow, and expand rapidly. And I did not get rich off of crypto at all. And most of the wealth that I've created is through business building, business proposition building, e-commerce. Most of the wealth that I have today is from investments, though. A lot of the investments that I have made around crypto in the last 4 years have been extremely eye-opening. In 2020, it was a perfect time to be in this market, but the media would tell you the exact opposite. What I did from there was I diversified into assets I felt confident holding long term. This is why due diligence is so important. And a lot of those assets I invested into were some of the biggest gainers that I've ever made, which were like the Graph. We've seen HBAR do a great run. QNT did an incredible run. We've seen Telcoin surprise a lot of individuals, shock a ton of individuals as well. And there's so many other ones, ALBT, VXV. I mean, the list goes on and on. We were very lucky during that time to be in some of the largest gainers in the market, but I'm so excited for the next run. I'm so excited to be a part of this market in such a crucial time to be a part of this market as well, while the media will tell you that you should get out. No. We are seeing adoption continue to grow day by day. We are seeing the numbers grow day by day. And yeah, sure, it might not be the numbers growing in the areas that everyone wants to see, aka the price, but we will see that at it as well. But with all of that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this. Before this, been Nick. Peace out, guys.